So these pagan rituals that they were involved in was just nasty. All right. More on this article, the origins of Carnival. It says the Dominican Carnival, however, in this article, which was done by a PhD that I happen to find, it has a lot of good points. All right. So along with being being dedicated to Saturnalia or Saturn, all right, and celebrating Saturnalia and dedicated to the god of Bacchus, all right. Evidently, this had gone back, I guess, under the old calendar. This I went back super far to December 17th, the longest night, all right, under the old calendar. Anyway, it says it became the Roman Empire celebration of Christmas on December 25th. So that's really what it is. It's Bacchanal. It's a celebration from the winter solstice to supposedly the spring and fall equinoxes and things of that nature, right? The word Carnival is springtime celebration came to be called Carnival. Latin word carnis for flesh, and levar, leave off. So leave off flesh, leave off meat. You see here, these women here definitely have that in mind. And it just ain't women too, it's children, it's grown men. You see a man here recorded, and all this is done. This is the governors, all this here. These people here should not be, and you see what Edomites joining the sector. Could be Ephraim, you know what I mean? Whatever, but anyway, so leave off the flesh. Anyway, it's wicked, right? Because that's the women you have to choose and deal with while we in the world. That's why we have to get up out there, because you will try to have a family and then you have to explain to your daughter or your son, mommy, how come you this video here, or you didn't have no clothes on? You look like you're going to the beach and dressing up in your big bikini, mommy, but how come you wasn't at the beach? All right, the islands have beaches around it, but trust me, they was not around any kind of beach, and it wasn't appropriate. Even that wasn't appropriate. But hey, this is the captivity that we're in, and this is some of the things that what I mean is our people have worship. Now it goes further, right? It goes here. Let me get to another scripture here because that's important. Right? This is First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 21. It says, "Ye cannot drink the cup of Yahweh Bahashim Hawashai and the cup of the devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Most High's table and of the table of devils." All right. So the deceiver give you something and say, "Look, here, wash up this." All right. Stand up in here and listen. You trying to do that, but it goes back super bad, super far, right? So it's a very decent article. Ayman could go and do it. A lot of people in the Caribbean, we're very much familiar with Caribbean history as far as how they want to say it. You know what I mean? With so-called Carib Indians, Tainos, and whatnot. We know those are the Ephraim and other tribes, all right? But go a little further here. All right, here it was the Africans who contributed the most brilliant colors and lively sounds to Carnival Festival in the Americas. Africans were brought to the island of Hispaniola. All right, that's the thing. There's another Hispaniola, I believe, off of Spain. So you see the conquerors, you know what I mean, when they brought slavery, when they had us in chains and whatnot. They put us there, and then they said, listen, this is the customs of Europe and whatnot. All right, so you need to get off of it. Get going with it. And I read part in the article that was it was basically said that it was that these people was made, all right, made to partake here, right there. It says slaveholders encourage the slaves to turn the wall upside down, all right, in quotes, during Carnival celebrations, that the phase that the Taino Caquis Salakia used to describe their ritual visits to talk with a spirit guide them while in the trance state. So here they say, man, go up, go crazy, go up down. and then encourage you, you know what I mean, with libations, with drinks and all that fuckery, right? To get up, um, literally get in trances and all that other stuff, right? So it said to talk with the spirit guides while in trance state during a frequent elaborate carnival parade through the colonial Americas. The master and their white families were on the sidelines watching while the slaves were in the spotlight. All right, they stand. But that's a good one. Habakkuk 2:15. So they give you something to drink and then look back and check you out them and look at these idiots. You know what I mean? Look at these damn people here, right? So they said, go turn up, we want to look how stupid you look, right? Said, carnival time music was loud, strong drink flowed, water, poor women dressed, um, dressed in extravagant gowns or barely wore anything, while men dressed up as women and the dead came to life. So honestly, these things here is what women would either try to wear gowns and this, or they have men in fancy women gowns too, or acting like, you know, that's how the daughters of Zion and the men of Zion are right now. All right, they're still doing these things, they're still participating, they're still giving praise to those gods and them spirits. All right, one thing is to go out and enjoy, okay, a little something going on, you know what I mean, I was over here, had a little, but look, let's get to the scriptures, because that's the most important thing. All right, scriptures here. Let's go to Ephesians 5. Ephesians 5:11 say, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. So scriptures here in Ephesians telling you don't have a lot of things to do. Do what these man here. I know it look like you know what I mean, they having the time of their fucking life. It look like these man here just, you know what I mean, ain't nothing holding them back. Plus you hear, you like, wow, look at these girl them, look at these squatting them, look at big girl. Look at wine. Okay, look. Now, these same people here gonna be somewhere telling you what to do. These women here gonna be telling you what to do after they done wind up in the street and act like a fucking fool. Right? But you gonna get told what to do, get cussed out if you went out or all this stuff, right? Be like, listen, at least it wasn't a, but these people, you know what I mean? These people, look here, the elite held elaborate mass balls in salons, while the poor held separate street festivals in the individual neighborhoods. This is like the Dominican Republic, all the way to the Caribbean. It's very small. It seems like it's big, but it's very, combined and thing. So, those are the things. They literally come, and then look how demonic and things they come. Diablos. So these men here just like so-called Diablos. Let's go down here more. So this article is bigging up a lot of this activity and all that about La Vega. All right, fully American to La Vega. Spaniards enactment of the Christian. Look at this dumb shit that you celebrating here. First fully documented carnival in Americas took place in La Vega in February 1520, when the Spaniards dressed up in a reenactment of the triumph of the Christians over the Moors. Listen, these people became Christians, or these so-called Edomites and other nations. They had celebrating how they took over the Moors, which were Israelites, were people of color, all right? Straight up. That's what you there celebrating when you woke up and wine and go a laugh and, hey, yeah, man, everything's safe, is good. But look, demons exist. Straight up. Look at the scripture. Have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. All right, and we understand what a fruitful works is and what an unfruitful works was. We had look at that in Isaiah. No, Salakia. We had looked at that in Galatians 5:21. All right, and it tells you what the works are. All right, from 19 go all the way from, you know what I mean. So it tells you what that is. But the fruits of the spirit, it's gonna tell you what that is. That's what the brethren, and that's what you're practicing the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, all right? Fruits of the Spirit is love, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance, all right? All these things we are not supposed to be taken part of as, all right, as new creatures in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Basham Kodash, all right? Go to some more scriptures here. This is 2 Timothy, verse 2 and 22. Flee also youthful, get out of here, man, flee, where we at? 2 Timothy. Flee also youthful lust, but allow righteousness, faith, charity, peace with them that call on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai of a pure heart. So this is for the brethren and the elect anyhow, all right? People listen to this, want to get edified and think that's good, right? However, this is just for the brethren and the elect and the aquaf, all right, who are in this truth and really need to know, look, separate yourself. You know what I mean? Hanging out, doing things, all that, that's good, right? But, you know what I mean? Get out of hand, especially with the things the things other people worship. These people really have a lot of witchcraft going on at that time. And it's really stemming from murdering Israelites, all right? Yeah, I believe that's it. You know what I mean? But that's really it in the origins, you know what I mean, basically, of what they did. And that's, and your ass here, look at all the fucking demonic signs and costumes here. And these things definitely ain't bringing out the Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai in the spirit. All right? This is here operating as a different level, a demonic level, straight up. All right? So showing these here women ain't for a man to walk up and just like, yeah, look, but look, this is the that's probably who that's Edomite. She won't act like that, look at her, but this is daughters of Zion. All right? Who even know what that is? But don't matter. That's the picking of the litter is what you're looking at. You know what I mean? That's sad and pitiful. All right? We can't wait to get about to her, you know what I mean, and take our rightful ruling place. You know what I mean? Our women gonna be in order. You know what I mean? Our children gonna be in order. The law, statutes, and commandments gonna be written inside our hearts as the elect, and for the people Israelites. You know what I mean? We gonna teach the other nations. You know what I mean, and get there. The vengeance of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai is great, as the scriptures say. All right. So with that, I want to say Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai. Shalom.